Praise the Lord. Good morning to all of you. Just sitting here at Sand Lake Pond, just chilling. Walking around in my mind, kicking things out as the presence of God, the Father of the believer and the Creator of us all, calls me to contend and to, what's the word? Weigh. Should I keep this in my mind? Should I keep this in my heart? And should I keep this in my life? If you get it out of your mind and heart, and it's bad, you'll get it out of your life. If you allow it to hang on, y'all know a Klingon is an alien from Star Trek. That's Kligon, but a Klingon is a person, a habit, a mindset, a mouth set that clings on as I leave this alone. Look what I'm looking at. Yes, I come out here. That's Mr. Fisher. Not Fisherman, but that's his last name, Fisher. Good guy. I've been knowing him for a few years. If you can see him over there, on shirt. So just sitting here, just taking it all in, man. And no surprising about the surmising when you sit back and just weigh some things. Never make a decision when you're angry. Because it's easy to leave someone when you're angry or mad or upset or they have upset you. It's easy to snap, crackle, and pop and make a decision based on snap, crackle, and popping. It's easy to make a decision to divorce or to leave or to move out when you're upset. But to be in your right mind and heart, to hear the sound of God, His voice, not the sound of music, and have a sound mind and heart and to make the decisions that you know you need to make. That's the greatest feeling in the world. We get angry and mad at people. I want a divorce. I can't do this no more. But when you're in your mind and you hear the sound of God causing and compelling and propelling you to, hey, you need to weigh this. When I was married, and some of y'all can agree with this, sometimes it's hell being off on the same day. When I was married, I would be blizzard and snowed in. I feel like I'm easygoing and pretty easy to get along with. But sometimes we hook up with, marry, or attach to, or get connected with people who have no self-respect, who are just vicious verbally, who are absolutely just, what's the word? Just disrespectful and angry. And they think just because they have a mouth, I hear a lot of y'all saying, this is my mouth. This is my favorite. The Lord know my heart. Yes, He does. So stop trying to trick Him. You shouldn't have said it as I leave this alone. But so many people have destroyed their marriages, plural, their relationships, plural, their friendships, partnerships, leaderships, fellowships, fellowships. I have sank many ships, friendships, warships, worships, battleships, because of their mouth. And I hear so many adults say this is my mouth. I'm from the school of hard knocks. Yeah, you've been knocking people out with your mouth. You've been knocking holes in your marriage. You've been knocking holes in your husband or wife. You've been knocking holes in your friends and family members with your vicious verbalization called your mouth. Yes, it's your mouth. But that's your divorce, your demise, your depression, your alcoholism, your regret, your hurt heart, your hurt feelings, your being alone, all because of this. Y'all understand? The mouth is so poison and so powerful and can be so pitiful that God our Father put 32 teeth, encased the tongue behind 32 calcium fortified teeth and 2 big old lips as I leave this alone, and staple the tongue to the base of the mouth. You can't even hold your tongue. That's why when you bite it, it hurts. As I leave this be, how many of us are guilty of destroying that man, that woman, their heart and mind, knock big and bloody and ugly holes in them for decades, years. And then they have to leave you, ostracize you, alienate themselves, divorce you, restraining orders, you name it, estranged, separation, all because you have no self-control, and you think just because you have a mouth, you can say anything out of it. And it's a shame, because once you say it, you can't take it back. How many don't touch their husband because of the things he said? How many don't touch their wife because of the things she said? I mean, I've seen a marriage of 30 years and heard of it and witnessed it destroyed in 30 minutes with a few choice words. I've seen friendships of 20 years destroyed in 20 minutes with a few misplaced or horrible words. I've seen friendships of 10 years destroyed in 10 minutes with a few choice words. In this day and age, people text you, they insult. They leave voicemail messages. They say some of the most, and I'm certain of this, not all, say some of the most disrespectful things. And then it gets so bad that you can't hold that person's hand. You won't kiss them. You won't touch them, and they can't touch you. Trust me. I was in that predicament. And the mouth, every time the mouth opens, it's something vicious. Every time the mouth opens, it's something nasty, mean, disrespectful, insulting, insinuating, assumptive, assaulting, insulting. And some of y'all are still married to some people like this. As I leave this alone, look at that beautiful swan out there. Man, it's beautiful out here. I love coming out here just chilling. Beautiful, right? Just beautiful. As I leave this alone. But so many of y'all been married to that man or woman, and they've been vicious verbally for decades. And you become conditioned to it. You become used to it. And you think it's going to get better. It's not going to get better. It's gotten bitter and bitter. And they've bitten off of you. And then you have taken on the behavioral characteristics of your husband or wife, ex-husband and or ex-wife, baby mama, baby daddy. Because sometimes, and the Bible talks about this, they're not to keep company with an angry man or woman. And it talks about you being overtaken by that anger and you responding the same way and you becoming that person after they gone. All that anger you left with. All that disrespect. You used to be so pious and quiet, and now you just ready for a fight because that person has conditioned you to be that way. As I land God's spacecraft. But yes, I was in a relationship, marriage like that. Mouth, disrespect, screaming, yelling, cussing, wake up complaining, go to bed fussing. It became what I call the 2-kiss marriage. You got to kiss in the morning, and you got to kiss at night. Kiss your marriage, kiss your heart and mind, kiss your peace, kiss your solemnity goodbye. When you're with someone who can talk to you any kind of way, who can say anything to you about anybody else, by any other race, creed, religion, way of life, you are in trouble. Because I was in trouble as I leave this alone. I thank God for delivering me from myself. We can pray all we want to for God to deliver other people from themselves. But if they not praying, they praying on you. God bless you. God keep you is my prayer. Please don't get caught up in this type of marriage or relationship. And so many are. It's going to last for decades, years. And the only something that's going to separate you more than likely is going to be death. Because sometimes we hold on to these people who have conditioned us to take mistreatment and verbal insult and verbal assault and assumption and insinuation and verbal abuse. And I leave you with this. The word abuse is a combination of 2 words. Abnormal use. Guard your heart. Guard your mind. You need it for yourself. You need it for your children. You need it for the future. I mean, God gives us a choice in the matter. So why would you allow yourself to be enslaved to this type of abuse? I'm not trying to advocate breaking up and or divorce, but you need your mind and your heart for yourself. I know I do. God bless you. God keep you is my prayer. Peace. I pray you get out of that enslavement.